Challenging the Tree Sentinel at the start of Elden Ring is a fight that can be as easy or as tough as you want it to be. I highly recommend using Torrent, which makes everything much easier, and it'll also allow you to adjust the difficulty of the fight in real time. If you're in need of that extra survivability and mobility, Torrent is useful for many situations, but if you want a tough fight and you want to test yourself, here are some tips to help you beat the Tree Sentinel without using Torrent. The Tree Sentinel has two phases. For the first phase, you'll want to stick close to him as much as possible. Most of its attacks have a slow startup and can be avoided if you move towards the boss when dodging. Each attack can be punished for up to 2 normal attacks. With enough pressure and patience, you can stagger the boss, and for my character, I found that 2 charged heavy attacks were the best for dealing the most damage while still giving me time and stamina to dodge if needed. Keep in mind the Tree Sentinel will typically have to hit you twice in order to beat you, assuming your HP is full or close to full. So don't worry about getting hit the first time, and if you do, wait for an opportunity to dodge an attack and take that chance to heal up. The first phase is pretty straightforward. You'll find most of its attacks are readable and avoidable, but just keep in mind to dodge roll towards him for most of his attacks and punish his misses with a conservative approach, about 1 to 2 hits max. You'll take him down to 50% in no time and trigger his second phase. Leave a like if you're enjoying so far. Let's see if we can get to 27 likes. The key danger during the second phase is its AoE shield attacks. The dodge timing can be a little tricky due to the slower paced attack animation, but with some practice, you'll get the timing down and delay your dodge accordingly. Dodging away from the AoE is the key play here, and closing the distance with a jumping attack can be a good option for dealing decent damage and stun buildup. And just like the first phase, once you stun the Tree Sentinel, stick with your highest damage dealing option and remember to always reserve some stamina. This fight takes some practice if you don't want to use Torrent, but luckily the Tree Sentinel's moves become easier to read and dodge with time. Using weapon skills can be another useful tool, and once you defeat this boss, you'll be rewarded with the golden halberd. There is something truly satisfying beating this boss without using Torrent, and I recommend all players doing this at least once, but I can't really recommend doing it this way on your very first playthrough unless you're a Souls veteran or at the very least are comfortable with the fighting mechanics. Using Torrent makes this fight much easier. Stick close for a couple of hits and get some distance when it starts its attack. There's more room for error when using Torrent, as there's a chance that the Tree Sentinel's attacks deal damage to Torrent and not your character. And with the added speed and mobility, I believe this is the best way to experience this fight and opens up your combat options. Another benefit to using Torrent is you get to choose when to fight the boss. You can disengage and get distance with the proper timing, or you can close the distance when you see a chance to attack. This can be a perfect way to give yourself a handicap when fighting this opponent. Overall, you should approach this boss and all bosses in the way that gives you a good challenge but not ruin the fun. Elden Ring can be as challenging or as easy as you want it to be, and FromSoft gives you the tools to choose how you want to approach the game. So take advantage of that and play the way you want to. That's going to wrap up this tutorial. Thank you all for watching. This was a short video, but I hope you learned something that can help you, and consider subscribing if you're new for tutorials on Soulsborne and Souls-like content. This is Snake Eyes with 1UP Gaming. I'll catch you on the next one, and take care.